the light of what the Prime Minister said at the all-party meeting, where his statement raised more questions than it answered, the kind of confusion that has been created because of that statement requires us to present to you a statement by the Congress Party, which raises questions that need to be answered. I will read the statement and then take your questions. China's brazen transgressions into India's territory in the Galwan Valley, Pangong Tso Lake area, and hot springs cannot be accepted. Our territorial integrity will not be compromised under any circumstances. We will repulse every sinister design of China to usurp India's territory. Any attempt by China to illegally appropriate India's territory will be repelled. India's forces have in the last 53 years successfully repulsed all attempts by China to foray across the LAC, be it in 1967 in Nathula, 1986 in Sumdorong Chu Valley, Arunachal, or in 2013 in the Depsang Valley in Ladakh. Several security experts, retired army generals and veterans, along with satellite imagery, have spoken about Chinese designed incursions into our territories along the LAC. The statement of Raksha Mantri, External Affairs Minister, and the External Affairs Ministry's statement on June 17, 2020 and June 20, 2020 also clearly speak about these designed incursions on multiple occasions between April-May 2020 till date in the Galwan Valley, Pangong Tso Lake area, and hot springs. Let the nation not forget Colonel B. Santosh Babu and our 19 Jawans have made the supreme sacrifice defending our motherland. Let no one in the central government remain in denial. Until the Chinese retreat and status quo ante is restored, our government should not let up or appear to cede any part of these territories to the Chinese. The PM in his address at the all-party meeting in the context of Chinese intrusions across the LAC said, "No one has entered our territories. No one is at present within our territory, and no one has occupied our posts. Our armed forces, our veterans, the families of our martyrs, and every citizen of India wants the government to answer the following questions. 1. Isn't the statement of the Prime Minister an affront to the valor and supreme sacrifice of Colonel B. Santosh and 19 Jawans who sought to evict the Chinese from our territory in Galwan Valley? Does the government mean that their sacrifice was in vain? 2. Is it not correct that China has never claimed Galwan Valley as its territory? Is it also not correct that China has now committed brazen transgressions into Galwan Valley? Number 3, despite the statement of security experts, army generals, and satellite imagery depicting Chinese intrusions into Pangong Tso Lake area, up to 8 kilometers, construction of over 60 permanent structures, including bunkers and boat pads, and occupation up to Finger 4. Why is the government denying brazen Chinese aggression? Number 4, why did the Prime Minister tell the all-party meeting that no one intruded into our territory? Why did the PMO delete these words from the official statement? And if, quote, no one intruded into our territory, close quote, how did our 20 soldiers die? How were 85 Jawans seriously injured? And how were 10 officers and Jawans captured by the Chinese? Why does the statement of the External Affairs Ministry dated 20th of June, that's yesterday, contradict the PM statement on incursions by the Chinese? 5. Why is the PM denying his own Raksha Mantri and EAM statement that Chinese have sought to, quote, erect structures in the Galwan Valley on our side? Why is the PM refuting the statement of Raksha Mantri on, quote, Chinese presence in large numbers, close quote, an External Affairs Ministry statement that we seek to restore, quote, status quo ante, close quote? Didn't the army chief clearly state that, quote, disengagement, close quote, is underway? If no one, quote, if no one has intruded into our territory, close quote, as the Prime Minister said, and, quote, no one is occupying our territory, close quote, as the Prime Minister said, what was being erected by China, or what status quo ante or disengagement were we seeking? It is clear that the Prime Minister's statement on June 19, 2020 is in contradiction of the statements made by the Defense Minister, our Foreign Minister, and our Army Chief. The entire nation solidly stands behind our armed forces and our government at every step. And they will take whatever it takes to defend India's territorial integrity. India's armed forces and the people of India will protect our territorial integrity with all our might. We will never compromise on issues of national security. And the last comment I wish to make is, and that's the question that I put, has not the Prime Minister, in a way, endorsed the Chinese position that they never intruded into our territories? The PM must explain. Thank you very much.